Alrighty. So I am super red because I went out in public without makeup. It would have melted off anyway. Like, it's real hot and humid outside. But anyways, I went to the library and then I went to the used bookstore, which we have locally is Koa's. And so we have a haul. I didn't intend to go to Koa's today, but I meant to go to the libraries. I had to turn some books. And then while I was out, I was like, you know what's like just a little bit down the way is the coffee shop that I wanted to go to. And then you know what was even down the street from that? Like walking from that was the used bookstore. So here we go. I picked up some new books from the used bookstore, but you know, it's still cheaper than regular cover price. So here's what we got. I picked up Tusk Love because I have been influenced by people online. But also I liked The Hurricane Wars by this author, so we're just gonna see. I think this book's gonna be hilarious, so we're excited for that. Then I got Immortal Consequences. This is part of the Good Morning America book club. Did not expect that. But anyways, this one just sounded interesting. And look at that. Can't be mad at that. 6 rivals, 1 victor. Eternity is only the beginning. And yeah, the edges are real good. Doesn't look like we have any art inside. Let's see. Oh shit. Foiled hardcover. This is the standard edition. That is good shit. Okay. I'm not mad at that. Alrighty. And then, let's see. Never the Roses. Which I do not remember what this was about. Or supposed to be about. I think it's a fantasy romance. How we do on this life. Anyways, this one also has sprayed edges that's very fairy tale-esque. Like, holy shit. It's cute. So, you know, I had to. There's some roses. There's some sky. Some good sprayed edge shit going on. Print of a Rose. Let's see. Oh. Same print of a rose, but foiled. Make it foil. Yeah. Alrighty. I got this for my aunt because, yeah. Yeah. She picks up books from the library with me, but she realistically can't really read them that well because her eyesight is going bad. So, you know, we have a magnifying glass with these can-eye glasses, which is pretty cute. So, I don't know. We'll see if this works for her or not. I mean, she does normally just read on her Kindle because of this, because then you can make it as big as you want, but we'll see if this helps. Then, because I love this shit. They had this sticker, like, I was shook. I said, wait, hold up. At the register, I'm like, wait, hold up at this. Look at this shit. It's cute. So anyways, K-pop Demon Hunters. So I had to get that. Yeah, okay, one more that I bought. Where the Dark Remains. See, the longest night, the darkest magic. I have no idea how the hell you say this girl's name. She spent her childhood as a captive performer in Tenebris. Ooh, or Tenebrae, maybe? The imposing mountain palace of King Callias. Callias. I don't know, bro. This is why I listen to audiobooks with it, because I don't know how the hell you're supposed to say these names. But anyways, Where the Dark Remains, we got this one. Oh yes, and then after that, it's library books. So here's what I picked up from the library today. Ice Planet Barbarians, the first one. I have no idea how many books there is in this series at this point. I know it's like a bajillion. But we'll see. We're gonna try it out. Got it from the library. So we're gonna try it out. And then The whole reason that I had to leave home today, other than to turn some books in, was to pick this book up, Eat the Ones You Love. They finally got this in, and I was first in line. So, we're gonna hopefully read that soon. And then, I picked this one up. I think this is the next one. Right, like, I'm starting to get these out of order, but Four Ruined Realms, which the library had this edition. Like, look at that. Anyways, so if this is the second one, that's the one I'm on. So we're gonna see. I liked the first one, it was fun. And then I was planning on listening to the audiobook of this today, and then I saw that they also had the physical copy as like a display thing. So I grabbed this, but yeah, this is the book I was hoping to read today. And then it just happened to be there. I said, what are the odds? Like, I was thinking it when I before I got into the library, I was sitting in my car like, what if they had this book? What if they just had this book ready? Right there. And they did. They did. So yeah, that feels really meant to be. So we're going to be reading that. Probably today. So that's the haul. That's what we did. And now I'm going to drink some liquids and cool down because shit is hot. Other than the desert is so hot. So anyways, that's the haul from the library and the bookstore. And now, yeah. Ugh. I'm probably gonna have to do like a face mask later to cool my face down because that's crazy. Bye. No. Yeah, that is what it smells like.
Yeah, a mí las gorditas vienen con eso, ¿qué no?
Me parece casi todo.
Alrighty, hello peeps. Today I'm starting a reading vlog, and as promised, I am opening with Terror at the Gates. I started this morning. This book is already so sacrilege. I'm here for it. If you are someone that's very religious, you may not want to read this if you cannot, you know, put that aside for a fictional book. But anyways, yeah, I think this book, I have only read the first chapter and it is already criticizing the church, so know that. Know that. But I like it so far, so. So far our main character, she does whatever she wants even though she lives in a world where that's really kind of not allowed. She's only allowed to use her magic if men say she can use her magic, so it has to be like her dad or her husband, like. It's one of those societies where women are frowned upon for existing, but also only women get magic in this world, which I love that for me. I love reading about that. So only women have power, but the men are trying to like keep them in check. I can just imagine how that's gonna go. So anyways, our main character kind of gets away with doing what she wants because it sounds like she's a nepo baby a bit. But also she ran away from it. I don't know. I don't know that many details yet, but so far, so good. Our main girl is not taking shit from nobody, so I'm here for that. So we're gonna see where this goes. Alrighty, so yesterday I finished reading Beasts of Carnival. Finally finished that book, and just like, it was just a slow book. Like, stuff did happen, but I feel like the beginning of it was like a pipe dream, like smoky vibes, just everything's dreamy, you don't know what the hell's really going on. And then the second half, it was like almost like a totally, I mean, you know, obviously it's the same writing style, but like totally different vibe. The second part was a totally different vibe, but you do finally get the answers. They don't leave it open-ended, thankfully. Like, sometimes that works, but I don't think it would have worked on this one, because the whole point, I feel like, is that you want to know what's going on, right? So, we did get the answers, luckily. But what gets on my nerves is at the very end, our main character, she's like, still skeptical about, like, what the answer even was. I'm like, girl, you of everybody should be believing the answer more than anybody. So I thought that was a little ridiculous, but there was that. So I gave that book 3.5, I think. Like, it was just so slow, and then it like switched up so hard in the middle. I don't know. It felt a little disconnected. But then I also got further in, hold on. Okay, so I got further into Terror at the Gates. And so far I like it. Like, our main character, Lilith Leviathan. What a name, first off. She has sex magic. She has sex magic, and women are not allowed to use their magic in this world without a man. To, like, basically telling them that they can. Or it's a whole thing. Like, women are definitely oppressed in this society, but she's a spoiled rich girl, so she kind of gets around it a lot. She kind of gets away with a lot more stuff than your average woman could in this world. So we're following her perspective as she goes around doing a lot of shenanigans. But she also finds, like, this blade that's, like, murdering people that keeps, like, reappearing, which is crazy. Like, I don't know where the heck this blade came from. They think it came from the church, but nobody really seems to know. And then every person that, like, ends up coming into contact, all the dudes that end up coming into contact with it keep getting unalived just from, like, holding it. It's crazy. So there's, like, something crazy going on with this, like, dagger. And then she is basically only allowed to, like, run around and not be at her dad's beck and call because she's being, like, taken care of by this other dude. And she's definitely into that dude, but he's, like, not putting out any vibes of any of that. Well, she can tell. She can tell. Because that's her magic. And she's like, nah, this dude, you don't want nothing. But she's very, like, she doesn't let it go. So, yeah, she's definitely thirsting after the dude, Zahari. So we're gonna see how it goes. Because, I mean, I feel like it has to be, like, they're gonna be the couple, right? It has to be. I feel like it has to be. Because it's a romance. This is like an urban an urban fantasy romance type situation. So anyways, yeah, we're gonna see what happens with that because, yeah, I mean, we've got a rich girl that's, like, trying to survive on her own because she just doesn't want to do what her parents want her to do, which, fair. So, yeah, anyways, that's where that's at. Yeah, I had to turn in the audiobook, so I'm gonna have to read the rest physically because I think it's gonna take a while to get that audiobook back. But, yeah, this writing style's, like, pretty easy to read through, so I don't anticipate that being too much of a problem. But at least now I know. I mean, there is a pronunciation guide, but let's be honest, I'm not sure I know how to read that correctly. I'm not sure that I can read that correctly. So, yeah, luckily I know how to say Zahari's name according to the audiobook anyways, which we're gonna assume is correct because at this point, what else am I gonna go off of? I mean, it seems correct by the pronunciation guide, so I'm just gonna keep on believing that that is the way to go. So anyway, those are the updates. Since that audiobook did run out, it's time to start, excuse me, it's time to start another audiobook, which I think is going to be Our Infinite Fates. So I have the audiobook for this ready to roll, and I have this book out from the library, which, like, man, is this the standard edition? Like, library's just out here getting gold-ass books. But anyway, so, yeah, Our Infinite Fates, I'm gonna be probably starting this next. So I have updates, multiple. So anyways, first off, I got my nails done. This is for an event. And look at that. I got a heart cat eye thing. I'm so excited about that. I've been wanting to try out the cat eye stuff. And I finally did. So, we did purple on one side and pink on the other. But, yeah, this is for an event I'm going to, so I'm real excited about that. And then, while I was out, per usual, picked up a couple of books. So I picked up the 3rd volume of Heaven Official's Blessing. I did start the first one already. I need to continue with it, so hopefully soon, but I got the 3rd book because I already know I like this. I already watched the Netflix show. The beginning of reading the actual book is going well, so yeah, it just seems good. Let's see. And then, I picked up a book that I was wanting to read soon anyways. So I thought I was going to get it on my Kindle, which probably would have made more sense because, oh my god, this book is thick. But I picked up the published version of Fairy Tale. Right? Yes. the official version of Fairy Tale. So, or the published edition anyway. So, we now have this, and I read the prologue now, and oh my god. So, anyways, there's that. But this book sounds like it's gonna be real messed up and interesting. We're excited for that. And then I have reading updates. So, which one to start with? So I started. Well, I can't even show you the front of this, but maybe the side. I started reading House of Hunger, which I thought this was a vampire book, and it kind of still sounds like it might be, but I'm still kind of at the beginning. So, in this world, we have blood maids because people like to drink blood, and they use them for like blood transfusions and stuff. But it's in a time when people are still doing leeches for medicine, so I guess that makes sense. So, anyways, people drink blood in this world. And so, I mean, this is a horror book, so, it all makes sense. But anyway, so our girls from the southern part of whatever continent they're on, or country, and apparently they really shun blood maids, which are the people that bleed and give their blood over to their people. Anyway, so, yeah, so there's blood maids and stuff, and so our girl decides that she's sick of dealing with her brother's shit, and so she goes and becomes a blood maid for the luxuries of it. So we're gonna see though, because it's obviously a horror book, so obviously I think some funky shit's gonna go down. But yeah, I'm still at the beginning, so far so good though. I'm liking that one, and I've been wanting to read that one for a while, so I'm glad I finally got it from the library. And then I started reading Our Infinite Fates, which, holy shit, this is so bingeable. This is such a, like, I wanted to binge through this last night, but I made myself go to sleep because I knew I had to run it around and do stuff today because I had to go to this appointment for these nails. Otherwise, I would have just stayed up and finished this overnight. But this book is so sad. I cried multiple times, and I'm only halfway through. Like, the premise of this book is that there are two people that reincarnate over and over and over, and in every lifetime, they can only live up to 18. By their 18th birthday, one of them unalives the other one, and then they both go at the same time. And so every reincarnation, they share a birth date. One person finds the other person, and then they do each other in. Repeatedly, but they're supposedly in love. But, like, there's a reason that they can't, except our main character doesn't remember what that reason is after all these, like, thousands of years and thousands of reincarnations. She doesn't remember. All she knows is that they definitely can't live to 18 for some reason. They can't go past their 18th birthday, otherwise something happens. I don't know what that something is yet, and I desperately want to know. And so, as soon as I'm done recording this, I'm gonna go back and finish this book, because I need to know. I need the answers. And this book got me crying. This book's so sad. But, I mean, I've heard people say that this is similar to, like, what is it? The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I have not read that book yet, but after reading this, now I want to. Because if this is comparable to that, this is so sad. This is so sad, and this is like a YA version. I don't know if the other one is adult or what, but oh my god. This is so sad. Because, every single time, obviously, every time they reincarnate, they have, like, different parents, different siblings, different stuff going on with their families. And, like, our main character just wants to live past 18 so bad. Like, she just wants to live to adulthood. And, like, finally it's a part of your life where you get to do what you want to do. It's a mess. So, that book is tragic. But then also, while I was getting my nails done, I started reading Claimed by the Cthulhu. And oh my god, what a thing to be reading in public, honestly. First off, it's better written than I expected, because it's one of those books I got in Stuff Your Kindle Day, and we all know that is hit or miss. This one is so far reading like a hit. Like, it reads like somebody edited it, so that's nice. It's been edited, which is nice, because, yeah, a lot of these books really suffer from that. Through this, which, I'm guessing this author had the funds or something to hire an editor or something, because this book is like, it's like reading anything else. So I'm like, okay, good. It's been looked over, and oh my god. Monster romance indeed. So the Cthulhu, we immediately start off with explanations about the Cthulhu's parts. You know what I'm talking about? So, and how all of that kind of stuff goes down. So, and I'm only like 30 pages in. And I was just like, shook at what I was reading. This book has no chill. It immediately started. So, anyways, that's where the readings be at. So, I'm gonna go get comfortable and read some more. Alrighty, so reading updates. I finished Our Infinite Fates. And, like, I did not expect that ending. I really did not. I did not expect how this turned out. Because, you know, obviously the whole book is leading up to getting answers about, like, why they're in this loop forever. And, yeah, you find out, and it's not what I expected at all. I don't know what I thought it was going to be. No, I had a couple theories, but it was not the theory that I thought it was. So, I don't know. Maybe it's obviously somebody else who's read more books like this, but I haven't. So, for me, I was like, shook. I did not expect this. I did not expect this. It was sad. Like, this whole book is just so sad. It's bingeable and it's sad, and just I felt so bad for these characters. Like, they have been through a lot. So and it's also messed up. It's just messed up because even the answers that they get is not even the full truth. Like, things that they think is true aren't even the truth. So I don't know, it's twisty. It's real twisty. Like, the cover makes sense. You know, when I first saw this cover, I was like, well, that's a plain looking cover. But now it all makes sense. So, yeah, I actually gave this 5 stars. I gave this 5 stars because, not that many books grip me like this. So, this one did. This one did the job. I gave it 5 stars. I cried a lot. Very sad. These characters are just having the roughest time. But anyways, yeah, that's what we have. So now I need to go back and, where did I put it? I need to finish House of Hunger, or at least make progress. So that should be the next update, hopefully. Okay, so I read more of House of Hunger last night, and yo, this book is getting sus. It's sus. I'm about like 100 pages in now, or what? Yeah, this book is like not even 300 pages, but I'm, yeah, at chapter 13 now, 109 pages in, and this book is getting some questionable stuff going on. Like, I'm still waiting to see what the bigger, like, answer is, but, you know, because it's a horror book, but definitely there's, we're starting to see some questionable things that go on in this house, and they're making this girl do all this training and stuff, and I'm like, just to bleed? Like, these people literally just drink and eat blood. It's real weird. I think they are vampires, but it's like they try to make it like, oh, they have blah 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 whatever. But at the same time, they can have kids and stuff. So I don't know. It's real weird because people are drinking blood, and like they're not allowed out of the room at night unless it's specific. And I think I'm getting to the part though where she is being summoned. So I think we're about to find out some stuff because, yeah, this book needs to move along a little. So, so far, very readable, and I'm liking it. So we're gonna keep reading more tonight and see how far I get. But anyways, that is what is happening so far. So I have finally finished this book. I gotta take it back to the library tomorrow. So basically though, RMC was a little dumb. She was a little slow to kind of put stuff together, like, obviously. I think some stuff was a little bit obvious, especially for somebody who has like street smarts and stuff. Like, girl, what you mean you didn't put two together? So I don't know. The middle was like almost dead. I was like, oh, is anything even gonna happen? And the beginning, like, it wasn't that exciting. So yeah, I mean, you know, everything happened at the end, like per usual in a horror book, I guess, kinda. But I don't know. Just a lot of it was kind of, I thought, obvious. And I don't know, like, what do you mean you don't understand
that you're getting played. I mean, kinda, but kinda not. But then some stuff was like just very like, what? I don't know. Like, I mean, it kind of makes sense, but it kind of doesn't make sense. Anyways, I give it a 3.5 because it was like all right, not like the worst thing ever, not the best thing ever, but yeah. So that's it. We're closing the vlog out here because that's it. And this has to go up in the morning. Okay, bye.